The point before Dr. Aziz was literally about 3 months ago. My first experience was actually my friend Tony. He actually was part of this too. We all came together. He introduced us to Dr. Aziz. At the time, actually my whole life, my confidence hasn't really been up there. I've always been the nice guy, trying to please everyone. And in turn, I didn't even know until this session that really affected who I am now. And the past few months, even though I'm a flight attendant and it should be like, oh, I'm good with people, my confidence actually has been dipping. Actually, I have to admit, I was in a state of depression for the past few months. And it was hard to admit until this past month that I finally realized and I had to do something about it. And this just was the right timing. I never really thought deeply into the whole, oh my gosh, I'm getting help right now. What do other people think about this? Until maybe the night before. I'm like, wait a minute. Some people think about this like this. And it was more of like, if some people think of it that way, maybe I should or I shouldn't. But I didn't really have that feeling deep down inside like, oh, it's shameful. Don't tell anyone. Because I was actually telling a lot of people, they're like, why are you going to Portland this weekend? I'm like, oh, it's a seminar for confidence. They're like, oh, that's pretty cool. So, yeah. The one thing that really stuck in my head was yesterday. Yesterday was one point where I had an aha moment of look at fear as an invitation to keep pushing through and to just do what's actually difficult for you, just to push your boundaries. Throughout life, I remember a band teacher teaching me to get more endurance, you got to push yourself to your limit and then just go right outside of it and push through it to build that like toughness. And I see this process as kind of like that, where you kind of have to build your muscles and your confidence muscles and get through that discomfort to get through it and just grow from it. The meditation was pretty eye-opening. I have to admit, this was maybe my third or fourth time doing that deep of meditation, guided meditation, and I kind of zoned out a little. And I tried to pull myself back in, but the more I tried to pull myself back in, it felt unnatural, so I just let myself go and like saw where it went. And it was actually pretty enlightening. If you're unsure, decide on going for it. This whole program is all about taking action and trusting in the process. And there's always been other programs where they were like, yeah, just trust us, go ahead. Or we know how to get you to where we're like, they're promising so much, but how Dr. Aziz basically, for lack of a better word, marketed everything, or presented everything, it was practical, it was inviting in a way, and going through it now, hindsight, it's totally worth just trusting in the process at this point, and it's worth the time of just checking out if you're unsure.